segment called When the Mics Are Off. I am Alaine, and you are locked into the 105.1 and 105.3 FM, and this is High Frequency on a Wednesday. We are giving thanks all day, every day. And of course, if you're just joining us, want to remind you to chime in on the high frequency sound off question of the day. Would you rather have everything you want materially or find your true love? We have so many answers, and I can't wait to get this discussion going because, okay, yeah, it's a good one, guys. It's a good one. But before we do that, I welcome my second special guest of the day, whose name is Alison Morgan, Queen Zion Ites, or more recently known as the Itesologist. We have to get into that because what does all of that mean? Who says she has lived a lifestyle of empowerment through creative expression as a writer, producer, actor, and singer. Welcome, Queen Zion Ites.
Greetings!
Greetings, sis. How are you?
I am doing very well. I like how you were doing. It sound like you were doing very well too over there.
We're holding a high frequency, we're keeping it up. We're focusing on what is above and hope-filled things, so we stay lifted.
Truly.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, would you prefer for me to refer to you as Alison or Queen Zionite?
Zion is fine. Ites
Zion
is fine.
good.
Anything there, so it's good.
Okay, all right. So we've got it. Zion, which is beautiful. Now, speak to us about your passion for holistic wellness.
All right. Well, it started on my own holistic journey. Needing to get myself right, needing to get my health right, needing to get my mind, my body, my emotions right, everything working in order, good order, not feeling sickly, not being depressed. I really wanted to get myself uplifted, and that's actually, you mentioned something about Itesologist. That's really what the Itesologist really is about. It started with me really deciding against all odds to focus in on fixing myself. So that's where the passion came. I found that I could do it. I found that self-healing was a calling. I had a great interest in the different things that I started to attract, the different techniques, recognizing that my creativity was not just something nice for people to look at, but also very instrumental in me expressing my emotions, and also manifesting things, because when you put your heart and soul into your expressions, you manifest it. And also I recognized as well that the things that I was eating never did agree with me.
Wow.
So I guess
like what? Tell me.
Wow. Like let's start with initially like cheese. I did love cheese. See?
Me too.
When me tell you about love cheese, let me tell you about the love of cheese. Come me have to start with that one day. All
yes.
Right? I used to just cut cheese and eat it, You understand? Me just sit down and I feel peckish, yeah? And I go to the fridge and I cut a slice of cheese and I sit down and I eat that. Then we go out to mayonnaise. So things with dairy, ice cream. And then I recognized as a child that I had a lot of allergies. My eye then would have swell up till me can't see. Me have asthma. My throat hurt me, me can't talk, me can't breathe. I had to remove my tonsils, remove my adenoids. I had migraines, I had bad periods, I had seizures, I had depression. And I recognized as I grew and started to take more responsibility for the things that I was ingesting and putting into my body, when I stopped putting in some things, like things that were like dairy, cheese, ice cream, that I felt better. I had less attacks. I had less issues. My skin cleared up. My cycle wasn't as bad, or at least never lasted so long. My mental clarity was easier. I was better able to get over the sad spells. Never had so much colds. Things like that. I was able, my energy level started to increase. I was happier. Breads, rice, a whole heap of different things. So is really a matter of just taking conscious responsibility of myself and in taking conscious responsibility of the things that I ate, the people I spoke to, what I used to say, the things that I listened to, what I watched, I recognized that my life started to change, and I started to feel so much better. Like daily, I'd get up and want to get up, and I'd get up with a bounce. I'd get up with a vitality. I'd get up with more joy. I'd feel better able to find peace in, or at least quicker. No, I feel a lot. No, I'm different, because of course it's always a process. But during that time when I was changing, when I was transitioning, I was noticing that even in a peace, when things would hit me really hard, and I've had some different, I've had some interesting things like everybody else, I suppose. When I was able to find peace was when I was eating better, when I was more active, when I was doing more meditation, when I was doing my breathing exercises. And I recognized, yes, those helped me spiritually, but those definitely helped me physically.
So true, but then you're talking about the holistic healing, like
yeah.
it's from all aspects of us.
Yep.
Absolutely, from all angles. And I thought it's brilliant that you said you wanted to fix yourself. You weren't leaving it to anybody or anything external.
I couldn't.
Yes,
I
have
couldn't.
to take responsibility, like you said, for the things that you say, the things that you do, the things that you put into your body, because you're meant to reap the fruits of whatever seeds you sow.
That's right.
It's just so it goes.
That's right.
So good, like you're speaking my life. Like when you were talking, I was looking at Tammy and I was going, oh my gosh, same Tammy. Oh, this is so true. It's so true, because I'm vegan. I've been vegan for a year and a half.
Yes.
And it has completely changed my life.
Yes.
Like it's so much more than just a diet. Like
yes.
I I wish I could throw the word diet through the window.
Yes.
Because it's
a lifestyle. And if I may, Alaine, I am not an advocate for veganism. Neither am I an advocate for vegetarianism. What I am an advocate for is people eating for their blood type. People eating for what fits them.
Now tell me about that, because you're supposed to eat in accordance with your blood type. So if I'm A positive, I shouldn't eat what O.
Exactly. All right. Good. Very good. So I follow a school of thought. And this school of thought works for me. And that is how I'd like to approach, and that's how I like to discuss things with people, based on schools of thoughts that I've experimented in my personal journey that has worked or not worked for me. Now, I started out eating everything as a child. Me name everything. When they talk about bacon, girl, me used to eat bacon raw. Like I was serious. All right?
Raw bacon?
Yes!
People do that?
People can do it, and I used to do it as a child. Listen, I used to all eat frankfurters raw. Listen, I have a story.
Oh yeah, I've done that too.
Okay,
it's bad,
all right.
It's bad. I did it, but it's not nice.
It's okay. No,
okay.
I'm going from that end of the spectrum, so that people over say
opposite side.
Yes, so people over I have experience. We used to eat crab. We used to love off crab. Everything, pork, oxtail, curry goat. They can't talk to me about them thing there, girl. All right. No, in my journey of starting to cut those things out and recognizing as I cut those things out how they affected me, I got down to chicken and fish. And I was still having some issues. Not as much, but I was still having some issues. And I started cutting out chicken and fish, and also now cheese. And I said, okay, I don't eat no more chicken. I peck on fish every now and then. I don't eat no more cheese. Things are incredibly different. But I was still feeling some stagnant energy. And energy is where I go with my thing, because what I do is energy work mostly, right? I was feeling some stagnant energy in my body. So I had to start really going on a cellular level, because all the things that were accessible to me just openly, they're around the Rasta man them, and them don't eat this, and them burn out that, and ray and tay and ropes and wraps. Say, all right, you don't know, say you can't go amongst them, man. You can't go Rasta camp and eat all them thing, then say you have to straighten up your thing and come correct. All right, good. But I was still having some personal issues.
There we go.
Okay, so I had to start really going deep on it, and I recognized that blood. What's going on with my blood? What's going on with my blood? And so I started to look up, different styles of eating. So I experimented with raw food, and I recognized I used to bodybuild one time. I was one of Jamaica's only raw food bodybuilder one time, especially as a woman.
Wow.
Yeah. So not for a long time, maybe about 6, 7, 8 months or something like that. But and that's also when I recognized that all of those things, eating raw food, working out aggressively, and me I talk about 8 hours of workout, power nap, used to get up and go all working at the night and come back and crochet how much time and there gym again and but holistically I was not balanced. My mind was still off. So I had to start going really deeper, and I started to research blood, I started to research mental health, emotional health. I had a good spiritual practice, but the other things were blocking me in a lot of ways, even in my power to manifest things and to even communicate with people and to get things going. So I started to research the school of thought of blood. A plus, you have to eat vegan or you eat liquor fish, or you have to eat chicken, a certain different type of meat. B plus, you have to eat free, like the information is there online, and that is the really beautiful thing with now.
Yes,
In this day and age, this is the information age. You really don't have any
and also
excuse.
the misinformation age, so we have to be very careful.
Yes, we also have to be very, very careful. Yes, so you also have to tap in, because I've had my personal GP on call more time when I want to change a thing, and if I'm in doubt with myself, I tap into her. We have that little quick discussion more time and thing, and I check up on, just check up on myself. How am I doing here? How can I fix this? How can I, what do you think? Blah, blah, blah. So I have medical support more time, but I take responsibility. And in taking responsibility and saying, okay, that my blood type is XYZ, Zine, I recognize, okay, if my blood type is XYZ, and this is the outline of what I can eat, then let me do that and see. Let me do that and see. And that's really the science of the body. That's really how you heal yourself. Like even medical practitioners, God bless them, like a heart, they're doing their best based on what they have learned. But you are in your own body every single day. Your body is actually your responsibility. It is your temple. It is actually your home. If you lose everything, which I have felt like I have in my own life, the only thing that I ever was left with was my body. When I never had nowhere to really live like that, when I was bouncing around the place and thing, what did I always have with me? My body. When I was depressed, what did I always have with me? My body. When I was hungry, when I was sad, when I was happy, what did I always have with me? My body.
So true.
It is my body.
I'm experiencing this thing. This is the vehicle that's carrying my spirit around the place.
That's it.
So, question about that. You said, question about that. You're talking about your body and feeling and knowing what works for you and what doesn't work for you. In this COVID-19 world that we're living in, actually we're living in God's world, but COVID-19 is
it's
doing
a visitor.
Come on now, and very unwelcomed. How do you suggest, as an isologist, we deal with this? What should we eat? How should we think? What should we say?
Well, I would say, first of all, the first thing is that fear is the lowest vibration that we as human beings, and this is not something I'm feeling. This is science, and this is scientific, and anybody out there can, and I urge you to start looking up these things for yourself, to understand how to govern yourself in this time. Fear is the lowest frequency that we can resonate with, and when you resonate at the lowest frequency, you are susceptible to everything, not just COVID. Okay. Last night, the Prime Minister was so nice in mentioning that it's not just COVID we have dealing with. We also have things like dengue, and we have people with non-communicable diseases, lifestyle diseases still around, and fear and stress and low vibrations cause our energy to slow down, the energy flow within our body. it slows it down, you know, and slow energy causes illnesses, diseases. There are disruptions in our energy flow, our meridians. They attract. It's like how you start talk slow, you know, you start pick up things where you have toxins in your body and the energy is slow, and so the toxins move slower through the body, and when they move slower through the body, you start to cause blockages, and blockages are diseases. So what I would suggest is to work on your fear, to neutralize the fear. Now, EFT. For me, EFT is my friend. May have enough other ways, but right now, EFT for me right now, I'm my goodie. You understand?
Say again? What is EST?
EFT.
Say again.
Emotional freedom technique.
Emotional freedom technique. This is the first time I ever hear about that. I thought you were going to say ESP. I said, what? That's a psychic business. Emotional
freedom. Right.
Technique.
So EFT is an energy healing practice that uses, is also known as emotional acupuncture. You know, like acupuncture where they use the needle them and put in your meridian points them all over your body. Well, EFT doesn't use needles. What EFT uses is finger tapping, and we finger tap on particular parts of the body. In fact, my favorite energy healing practices, and because I'm speaking about fear, which is the lowest energy, is EFT and Padalagin and Lohan. All of these things deal with meridian, but EFT is the easiest of all of them, and it's the simplest of all of them. And for me, the simplest way is the truest way, right? So EFT, now you tap on different meridian points located on the face, usually located on the face and the chest, and you also use phrases along with the tapping to help to, one, identify what the issue is and then replace it with positives. And we also note in the EFT practice that your word sound and also what is called your own resonance, your voice, when you speak to your cells, they listen quicker than anything else, right? So we speak the positive, we identify, because we have to be honest with ourselves. And it's just through honesty that we can, through accepting honesty with ourselves. The truth first begins with us. The moment you accept certain truths within yourself and then decide, take conscious responsibility, self-responsibility to change that, you're on your way out. Now, if you add, and that's affirmations, right? Most people know about affirmations. The I am this and I am that. As a man thinketh, so he believes. I am a good girl, I am a bad girl. You don't know where you're gonna go, whatever you choose, all right? So when you say the positive things and then use the tapping techniques, you move and shift yourself towards the positives, towards where you really want to go. And once you have your energy flowing, once you start removing those blockages, then that energy flow causes a domino effect in the body, and it starts to relieve you of so many different things. It's
so this is something that you do on yourself.
Yeah, so man, it's a self practice. Yes,
so do you teach it? And
yes,
is there something online that we can access? Because, please tell me about this. This is something I'm very interested in learning about.
Yeah. So yes, I teach it. Yes, I'm working on doing workshops, but right now I have online a Tap It Out Jamaica video series that has been inspired by coronavirus, where I am sharing a protocol that does not include tapping on your face, since that is a thing that we're not supposed to do. We're supposed to just tap. We're supposed to just in my videos I just tap on the spaces below the face, and it has effect same way. right? So you can go online, look for emotional freedom technique. You can contact me. We can have a good discussion about it. You can tap into the Tap It Out videos. I literally just released one, maybe I think last night it was. Yeah, man, it was last night. On the coronavirus symptoms, because I've been doing my own little research on the different symptoms that come up, including constriction of breathing, things that happen in your stomach, your nervous system, and so on. All of that is online right now. Just type in Tap It Out Jamaica, and you'll find it. It's the only thing there that's called that. And if you type in emotional freedom technique or tapping, a whole lot of information will come up. It is a technique that was designed by a man called Gary Craig. He's an elder now, and initially he was an engineer. Look at that. And he was inspired by another brethren who was studying traditional Chinese medicine. He was a psychologist, I believe, and he wanted to experiment with his patients when they came in. You know, they came in with issues, phobias, for example. A woman come in one time and I say, yo, I'm afraid of water. Me can't go near the pool. If me see a glass of water, me fret. Me want to run. And the man said, whoa, you know, and she had been coming in for weeks and months and whatever. And then one day in his studies, he decided to experiment with this patient and come in and say, all right, identify what the problem is. Say that you have this phobia. Okay, I'm afraid of water. All right, so tap under your eye and say, and under the eye is associated with the stomach, and fear and grief and anger and those things affect the stomach. It affects your digestive system. Okay, so under the eye is a meridian point that is associated with your stomach and your digestive system. And the man said to girl, all right, miss, tap it under the eye there for me there, boy. And she said, all right. And she started to tap under the eye. And then she's like, okay, I'm afraid of water. I'm afraid of water. I'm afraid of water. I'm afraid of water. And he's like, okay, how are you feeling? And she's like, I'm afraid of water. I'm afraid of, I'm not so afraid of water. I don't feel afraid. And she get up and go downstairs, go turn up by the pool, and come up back and say she's not afraid of water again. And so it began.
That's instantaneous? Like,
yes.
That's how, wow.
It can be. It really can be. It really can be. No, it can be instantaneous, or you need to probably have sessions, because everybody's energy blockage is different. Everybody things set up different. You may have been cleaning yourself, going through. For me, when I found EFT, I had done multiple detoxes. I was already doing yoga, dancing, everything could I think of to get myself right. You understand? So my energy just needed a little bit of a shift to go deeper. Yeah, just and to go
some
deeper.
People need some big lick.
And then you thought that's something there. Big up Kevin Wallen wherever he is. That big lick something there. I actually attracted EFT onto my sphere of experiences because I was moving towards Padalagin, and Kevin Wallen is a man who is campaigning for Padalagin here in Jamaica, and I was already interested in that. And when I saw him doing it, I was like, yo, that's a sign. So I started to do that. Now, Padalagin uses slaps, and it also focuses on clearing the energy through your meridians, as well as, so the Pada is slapping and the Lagin is stretching specific things. And I started to do both of them. And my brethren that I was staying with at the time, good friend of mine, I said, yo, you don't know, say that slapping something that worried me, my girl. You can't do them slapping something there. You understand? Me not like that slapping something there. No, you have to keep the skin nice. That's slapping something there.
No, but think on it though, sis. If you see somebody just hitting themselves and you don't know the context within which it is being done, you're going to have questions.
I never argue with the brother. I just said I understood completely. So he gifted me my first EFT book, and that kicked me off. He gifted me for Christmas, and I never even looked on the book. And then one day I was doing a detox, and this detox went cellular, and it brought up a relapse. I had a seizure, and I also had a trauma, something that happened in my life at the time to that just like it stressed me out, like I didn't reach a place, you know. And so I wanted a way so the detox was a way for me to kind of allow my energies to leave, but I went deep and I had a seizure. And it wasn't bad or anything. I know that it was definitely emotional because I was having a lot of memories coming through at the time too. These things are very interesting, you know. These things are very deep and they're very interesting. And when the anesthesia finished, I had to reach for the book. My eye then just go to the book and I just reach for the book because I say, Almighty, me need something if you don't have this particular pattern that's repeating in my life. I don't want it to repeat again. What I must do, God. And me I them just go towards the book. And me take up a book, you see, girl, and me hope on the book. And me read the first chapter and me start tap on the particular issue that I felt triggered my experience. And you know, say, my life has been changing ever since.
Wow,
Me not put it down. So
yes.
I've read that book. I've practiced it. I've put it now into my daily practice in my daily life because
And you are teaching others to do
yeah,
it. You're
man.
paying it forward
Big
because
up
of the
Tammy.
benefits you've received.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's very telling because you're like, look, man, this thing works for me and I want to share it from personal
Have to.
experience. Not because somebody told me so, but
No.
because I'm living proof that it
Yes.
works.
And that's usually actually the only way that I start sharing anything, because I actually have to be confident about what I'm saying. So I may and all the time is my thing too is I like to just spark, just like in EFT, and EFT has taught me the principles of EFT, and because I'm doing my master now in EFT right now, right?
Wow.
Yeah, and that's how it hold me.
Yes.
Yeah, so one of the principles in EFT and reprogramming, right, is the fact that yes, conscious responsibility, but all you really need to do is to invoke a shift. You just need to spark something in someone. That's it. Just spark an interest. Just spark an interest. And then that interest will, and that I mean, not a true interest now. If the person is just even slightly conscious of themselves, just slightly, just make a bit, just little tops, conscious about themselves. You understand?
Yes,
That will
it
begin to
will light the fire.
attract. Yes, it will attract
Absolutely.
information. I had somebody
Yes.
who said to me that they saw something on my WhatsApp status, and them it did kind of have a little interest, but it never did hold them too much. And then boom, soon 2 days after them gets some information in them email about EFT, and then I said, but what is? And boom, son, now this person is now sharing EFT books with me and EFT
So good.
because it
So good.
has made a
You
difference in
attract
their
you
life.
what you exactly, and you attract you what you think on, what you read about,
That's
what
it.
you talk about. This has been a running theme. Well, on this show every day, but especially today, especially with everything going on now. You are very dramatic, and I love that. I found my kindred spirit. No, you say that you have a cultural arts production company that's called Itesologist 101. Tell us a little bit about that, and then we're going to play your song as we end
Yeah, all
our
right, so real quick.
conversation with Zion.
Yeah, real quick. I told you 101 is birthed out of my need to be able to express myself, and also the desire I have to support others who are resonating with a message that can help others to move to wellness and holistic wellness, because the world really needs to be well right now. I really my friends can tell you, my family can tell you, I'm always just on, just you need to be well and holistically well, because being holistically well means that the world in itself is going to be a better place. And I have children, I have a child and I want more, and I have a family and I want them to be happy, and I have friends and I want them to be happy, and I want to be happy. And especially in this particular world now where everybody is afraid of just being unwell, having a company that promotes that through the cultural arts, and cultural arts includes healing arts, cultural arts includes visual arts, it includes performing arts, it includes all the arts that I've found a passion for, and all the arts that I respect. Cultural arts is the arts that we have built ourselves, our tradition, our own culture on. And that's really what Iteology 101 is. It's a way to the heights for me, and it's a way that I is a vehicle that I'm hoping I can use. I'm trusting with all of me that I can use to just spark some sparks and, you know, make
light
some
some fires in
shifts,
people's
you know.
souls that
Yeah.
go toward healing and
Yeah.
expansion for
Yeah.
all of us. I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Queen Zion I, to the Itesologist, who's
Yeah.
living a lifestyle of empowerment through creative expression as a writer, producer, actor, and singer. Thank you for joining me today,
You're
sis.
welcome. Thank you so much for having
This was
me.
so great. Bless you. And now we're going to listen to your song,
Yes,
Value Yourself. This is The Edge, 105.1 and 105.3 FM. You know, if we don't first value our mind, our skills, and our talent, how can we expect anyone else? Today's under... Hello?
Hi, I'm going to disconnect now. Thank you.
All right.